He talking about finish it.
So what would you rate it 1 through 10?
2.
He talking about the 2.
Fucking 2, y'all. I'm disappointed.
Hey, let's stop by Wendy's, bro, on the way.
I'm really disappointed.
Order to the crib. Yeah. Let's go though. Let's wrap this shit up.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed in you, y'all.
Bro, say that.
He said that shit ass. Damn. Oh my god, 500,000.
You directed me in the wrong spot, man.
Yo, bro, be honest. You fuck with it?
Little twin.
Did y'all fuck with the food?
Well,
you just so
he's African. He don't give a fuck what he, bro.
He's African. He don't give a fuck what he
He
eat.
don't give a fuck
You
what
only want
he
to
eat.
eat at a 5-star restaurant.
He's fucking African.
No, you're bougie, bro.
He ate Jaguar before.
Oh my god.
Jaguar. He talking about ain't no damn African nigga.
Fuck her. Fuck her.
So you're disappointed, bro?
Yeah.
What about you, D?
Very.
Oh my gosh, my stomach's hurting.
Hey, let me see one of them cups right there, bang. That's cool, though.
I want to react to some basketball shit.
Appreciate it, though. No, I appreciate the thought and stuff. No, I seriously, like, appreciate y'all food and shit, but I'd rather go to soul food.
Okay, that's cool. It's like more like,
Nah, but Indian food is actually good. This shit just don't got like that. It don't got that like. It don't got that.
I don't know what the fuck he talking about.
Don't.
in my face, bro?
What is your face?
Yeah, so what if I burped in your face? How would you feel?
You know,
Let me do one back.
No,
Let me do one back.
no, cause my reflexes come in. When I don't know what I don't know how to. I don't know what.
He talking, I don't know what.
You talk about chat, I gotta one hand. And we'll dip. Never.
Hey man, follow me at Adrian, bro, y'all.
bro, dumb. Bro, did the Selena Powell method.
Follow me at Adrian, bro, y'all. I'm taking over this nigga shit. Matter of fact, unfollow that nigga and follow me. Cause I'm lit in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then you gotta follow my man Dean the Great. We taking over this shit.
Honestly, bro, this shit, my bad, chat. I've been kind of in a fucking bitchy mood. Not bitchy mood, but I've been in an aggravated mood today because of some behind the scenes shit.
So Stacey, you know,
Look,
following our shit. Yeah, went through every room already, huh?
So every day, quarantine. Every day they're quarantine. Bro.
Hey, Max.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Max.
Hey, Mom.
Unbelievable.
I know.
What are you doing?
I know. Mom, I'm sorry. I'm sorry when I missed your text, Mom. I'm sorry.
Why would you? No. What are you apologizing for?
I'm just saying, I'm sorry. I apologize, you know.
That is fucking insane, bro. That is insane, man. Nobody.
Every day they're quarantine. Bro.
Hey, Max.
Yeah. Good. It's my shit not working.
Hey, Max.
Hey, Mom.
Unbelievable.
I know.
What are you doing?
I know. Mom, I'm sorry. I'm sorry when I missed your text, Mom. I'm sorry.
Why would you? No. What are you apologizing for?
I'm just saying, I'm sorry. I apologize, you know.
That is fucking insane, bro. That is insane, man. Nobody fucking believed in me, man. Nobody. And I did that shit. We did that shit. Bro, I forgot all about this video, bro. I didn't even know what I was doing, bro. And this shit happened. Bro. This is fucking insane, bro. Cause I literally took the risk to do this shit and it fucking happened.
Try a whole world of delicious Dunkin' Refreshers.
I overdosed at a bus stop when I was 15.
For real?
I died. They brought me back to life. Chat, I rapped about. Y'all know this. Like, explore your potential, bro. Get off the drugs and get around, get around. You feel me? Like, then you will really realize what you're capable of. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you clean yourself up, shave, start getting off the drugs, start doing. You will prevail in life, bro. If you get rid of all that bull, you will really prevail. Cause I know it sounds like bull,
but it's not. It's really not.
But now, like, I'm just saying from like that don't be on drugs and ain't been through what you've been through, and they be like, man, get off the drugs. It sound like bull. You ain't go through what I went through. You feel me? Exactly. But I'm telling you, bro, I done been right in your same.
Someone's been through it, yeah.
I swear to God, like, and you don't need the kid to push you there. You feel me? You just gotta want to get around these. If they really on your side, they'll stick by it.
I was in Arizona with my mom, bro. We was going to the Grand Canyon, bro. And we went to this convenience store. I begged her, I said, Mom, please, let me get this Kodak camera. And she got the camera for me. Parents always be buying you shit when for like cousins and families around. So I use that to my advantage, bro. My cousin was there, so she not gonna say no in front of my cousin. She bought the camera. Boom. I'm taking flicks. But so you know the ones where it prints out? You know the ones where it prints out? But I took a random flick of my mom. I showed it to her. I said, Mom, look. Bro, my mom sat there, bro, and gassed me up for no funny shit, like 2 minutes. She like, that's one of the best photos I ever seen. And I was like, really? I got a thing for this camera holder. Maybe like this camera thing might be my shit. Hold on. And ever since then, I had these dreams of getting cameras. And I would get these cameras and I would take photos of my friends and I would take every course that had anything to do with video. And I would borrow the cameras. I would beg, I would ask, yo, can I borrow this school camera? I can't get this camera myself. And sometimes my teachers would let me get this camera, nigga. I joined random film competitions in my city. Like, all I did was record, bro. I would edit these montages on Call of Duty or Killzone or whatever. I would go upstairs and I would show my parents. While they were sitting down watching TV, I would just show them. I'd be like, look, Mom. And they have no clue what they're looking at. It's just me. It's just a whole bunch of random Call of Duty clips edited together. And I'm like, damn, I like this editing shit. And I started editing more. I started editing for other people. And then, boom, years go by. And I'm like, damn, bro, like 5, 6, 7 years went by and this is still not working for me. Like, how much time am I gonna spend on this thing? Like, I reorganized my whole life for this thing and it's still not working for me, nigga. Like, when my friends went and got jobs that paid well, these like security jobs that got $20 an hour, I would instead volunteer. I would, and so I did, and so I needed to spend time on YouTube. I couldn't do nothing that would take away from YouTube. When I went to university, instead of going in the dorms, which looked way more fun, I got a townhouse with 4 other people because the internet sucked in the dorms. I had to be able to upload YouTube videos, nigga. I spent too much on this shit. Like, bro, there was way too much time. Like, when my friends would go out, I'll be like, bro, I haven't uploaded yet, so I gotta upload today. Boom, I'm uploading. Bro, no exaggeration. I have reorganized literally everything in my life for this to work. And years went by, bro. I'm on Skype calls with Lo and some friends, and Lo is an OG, bro. No funny shit. Lo was there with me probably every day where we thought about quitting, dog. Every day we would get on Skype calls and we would talk about the NBA, we would talk about YouTube, and we would talk about what the fuck we were posting next, nigga. We would talk about, and we would help each other with the videos, and eventually Lo started posting his own videos, and I remember I was in my 3rd year in university, nigga, I have goosebumps. I was in my 3rd year of university, bro, and it was summer. Nigga, I wasn't even going home for the summer because it was tough to record at home, so I was staying at uni on a ghost campus, nigga. It was dumb empty. It was boring as fuck. But I would stay there because it was better for YouTube. Everything was, let me just, bro, I need this to work. I need this to work. This is what the fuck, bro. I knew what I wanted, bro. And it wasn't gonna fail. It's impossible. Not if I, nigga, and I joke about it sometimes on the Only Up shit when we're doing these like, these like parkour games. But if you don't quit, you can't lose. It's impossible. Because you can just get up and try again. So that's all I did. Every time I felt like quitting, I would talk to some friends and I would convince myself of everything I already believed, why I knew I wanted this from years ago, and I would go again, and I would go again. And it was one video that finally fucking blew for me. It got 50,000 views after fucking 6-7 years. And it was a video talking about why NBA Live might make a comeback. This was in 2017, I believe. And nigga, from there, I just knew, bro, all I needed was a sliver, nigga. I swear to God, all I needed was a sliver. Like, bro, there was that summer, I remember I went to the McDonald's on campus and I wanted a McFlurry and my car got denied. And I remember thinking like, that don't make no sense. And you know, sometimes you don't check your bank account because you don't want to see what's in that bitch. I didn't get no loan money. You know, the loan money comes at the start of the year. So with the summer is the end of the year and the fall is gonna be the start of the year, right? So I'm out of the loan money I've been using because I've been spending all that on cameras and lighting and green screens and a whole bunch of bullshit for my YouTube videos. And I remember thinking like, fuck. So I didn't think nothing of it. I went home, I logged into my account, nigga, it said -3 overdraft. So I'm like, damn, bro, I gotta get creative. Nigga, I went on this random website where you can get, at the time it was called FameBit, where you can get sponsorships. I found this scale. This was after I lost weight. So I'm like, let me do this promo for a scale. It was $100. It was $100. I promoted the scale for 45 seconds. They sent the money instantly. Nigga, that was my food money that week. That was my food money for that week. And it was in that week where that video blew up and I finally was able to like start supporting myself, not relying on the ad money no more.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Having a song be a part of the Billions Club is a really insane experience.
Like that.
Crazy to think that a song that you kind of wrote in your quiet moments can have impact like that.
I can't afford therapy. You can afford that matcha smoothie. Therapy is for rich people. No, it's like $15 a session.
Because I think right now, if I was to quit rapping and I said I want to go to the NBA, I would be in the NBA.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Why would you think you could make it to the NBA?
Because I think I could do anything. I'm an up-and-coming fighter, and without a doubt, you will see me on the UFC in the near future. Without a doubt.
July 1945.
Gunda Haig, with the windblown hair, number 200.
Breaks the world record for the fastest time to run a mile. 4 minutes and 1.2 seconds.
And people said, well, there may be a barrier.
At the time, everyone believed that 4 minutes was the barrier. That running a mile in under 4 minutes was physically impossible.
You can't keep on running faster.
Scientists even claim that a human body simply isn't capable of running that fast. That if it ever did, the heart would explode before it even got to the finish line. But an overconfident medical student by the name of Roger Bannister believed otherwise. And on the date of May the 6th, 1954,
as a medical student, knew that there wasn't a brick wall. If you could run it in 4 minutes and 2.2 seconds, then you would find somebody else somewhere who trained a little better and they could do it.
And just shy of 2 months later, 22 more people had followed in Roger's footsteps. So for 9 years, not one person could break the record. But as soon as it was done once, all of a sudden everyone was now capable. The record today sits at 3 minutes and 43 seconds. Pretty far off the impossible barrier of 4 minutes if you ask me.
This is a song that I used to hear the old folks sing a long time ago. And I used to hear them tell me these words.
When we were little kids, we all had big dreams. If someone asked you what you wanted to do when you grew up, it was an astronaut, an athlete, or maybe it was an actor. But then when you get to a certain age, you're expected to lower your standards. Told you can't do certain things. And I don't disagree, to be honest. Most people shouldn't be chasing a dream. But there's some people out there that have it inside of them. And it makes me wonder, how many of those people never got there because they were told they couldn't? 115.8 billion. That's how much money Bill Gates is currently worth.
If you get rid of 99%, I'd have 1.3 billion.
I'm so sorry.
Just 1% of Bill's money is more than 500 times more than the average person will make throughout their entire lifetime. And I don't care what you think about him. Bill's a great guy. He's done great things.
Is it true that you can leap over a chair from a standing position?
It depends on the size of the chair.
But I want to take a look at how. How can a single human being who wasn't handed anything, by the way, make more money than 60 fucking countries combined? At age 12, Bill's parents send him to a private school by the name of Lakeside. 1 year in, the school gains access to something special.
This is a Teletype Model 30.
One of the only computers in the world at the time. And this is where Bill finds his love for programming. Alongside his classmate Paul Allen, they both begin experimenting with writing code. At the time, they were discouraged from playing around with the computers, told they were better off pursuing something real in the world. And so Bill did exactly that. After graduating, he goes off to college to study law. Hopes of being a lawyer. But whilst he's there, he keeps his passion for computers. He spends most of his spare time reading about them. In books, in articles, in magazines. fascinated by them. And on a regular night in January 1975, he stumbles across something that sparks his interest. And as he's reading, an idea comes into his mind.
They don't want you to know about it.
Hey, did you know you might get a big cash payout if you were in a car accident up to 1 year ago? Even if you weren't driving. Just click the link around this video to see how much you can get. Just answer 5 simple questions, and it only takes 30 seconds. If you got hurt by a driver in the last year, you might be owed money without even knowing it. You could get a check just like this one, maybe even more. Click the link now to find out. Tens of thousands of people have received a 5-figure or even a 6-figure check without going to court, paying big legal fees, or dealing with insurance companies or greedy attorneys. Even if you were a pedestrian, rideshare user, cyclist, or a motorcyclist, you can get the justice you deserve. Look at Mia, for example. She had no idea her case was worth anything, but after she came to car accident counsel, she got over $160,000 from an accident that happened a little less than a year ago. No matter what you thought before, you can get what you're owed, and can be shocked to see how much more can be than you expected. We can't change the past, but we can help you get a good cash settlement for missed work, hospital bills, and property damage. Here's what happens after you answer the 5 simple questions. In a few minutes, a top injury specialist will tell you if your accident qualifies for major compensation. After that, you just tell them about your case and wait for a check. You can get it in little as 30 days. Your specialist will do everything to help you because they don't get paid unless you win. To see if your accident qualifies for a major cash settlement, click the link below and answer 5 simple questions. Some people feel bad about holding someone accountable and don't want to cause trouble or look like they're scamming the system. Don't let that be you. You deserve compensation. It's your right. Click the link below, answer a few questions about your case, and if you qualify, a top accident specialist will contact you with a plan within minutes for free. Just imagine having an extra $10,000 or even $100,000 right now. Won't it feel good to pay off your bills, get a new car, and have a ton of extra cash to take a vacation or treat yourself by using the Car Accident Counsel app? If the accident wasn't your fault, you shouldn't be punished. So if you're still wondering if this will work for you, and you haven't gotten a settlement, this is for you. The accident can't be your fault, and it must have happened up to 1 year ago. So what do you have to lose? Click the link, answer 5 simple questions, and see what your case is worth. I hope this helps.
Hello, I'm Bill Gates, chairman of Microsoft.
That idea went on to become one of the biggest, most recognizable companies in the entire world. Just 8 months after getting the idea, Bill Gates and Paul Allen decided they would drop out of college and focus on building Microsoft.
You son of a bitch!
And over the course of the next 50 years, they did exactly that. They built an empire, just last year turning over a light $88 billion in profit. Now, Bill's story is an interesting one, because from the outside looking in, we can see how lucky he was. Born into an upper middle class family, access to one of the only computers in the world at the time, the list goes on. But you can't look at that list and blame luck alone for his success. Sure, Bill had one of the luckiest head starts a human could ever have, but he also built everything himself. Bill was an incredibly hard worker.
We were hardcore about, hey, if you're working on a piece of code, just get it done. Don't worry about sleep.
He'd be in the office 7 days a week, up to 18 hours a day.
I didn't believe in weekends. I didn't believe in vacation.
From age 20 to age 30, Bill and Paul didn't take a single weekend off. He never received a penny from his parents to fund Microsoft. In fact, the business was actually losing money for the first 5 years. Luck was involved, no doubts about it. He was in the right place at more than the right time, but he also put in more work than everyone else. The success wouldn't exist without both parts. I think as people, we like to think of the world as linear, that things happen in a straight line. But that never seems to be the case. Most of the time things happen very randomly, and if we're talking in terms of success, it's usually exponential. Usually there's a few lucky moments that change things forever. For example, like I said, Microsoft was losing money for the first 5 years. It was only in 1980 when they made a deal with IBM when they got their first breakthrough. They were introduced to millions of computers overnight.
People talk about, wow, you've had such success and it's just been so overnight and whatever. Well, whatever success I've got has come after like 8 years of just nothing working out.
At a certain point, I believe with enough time things start to become inevitable. We've already established that luck is involved and you need to be in the right place at the right time. But at least in my mind it makes sense that within an entire lifetime, it's impossible that you don't get lucky once. Tarantino is a great example of this point I'm trying to make. As you heard him say,
8 years of just nothing working out.
And when he did finally get some success,
Tarantino,
it all came overnight.
Thanks.
His first feature film did around $2.9 million on a $1.2 million budget. That's $1.7 million in profit. And the reason his story fits perfectly with this video is because logically speaking, it would have made sense to quit after year 4 or 5. Clearly what he was doing wasn't working, but because he was delusional enough to believe it would work, he put himself in a position where eventually it just had to. Sure, he's a talented guy, but he wasn't born with the ability to make great films. It was the 8 years of nothing that developed him into a great filmmaker. And because he was a great filmmaker, and because he was around for so long, one day he was in the right place, at the right time. I honestly don't see a way where if you have one dream in life, and you're committed enough to continue going for it for at least a decade, eventually it doesn't work out. And I think the hardest part about it, and the reason success rates are so low, is because people struggle to believe that, and so they change directions before they ever get there. I mean, it could happen next week, or it could happen in 30 years' time, you don't know. But at the end of the day, you only get one life, so you might as well go for what you actually want. And it's going to take some delusion to keep you going for that long, because most likely, nothing's going to happen for a very long time. But eventually it will, and those who stick around will find that out.
Bottom, so the top's the only place to go now.
I, all day long, would be practicing on the elevator. In my dorm, I'd be going ba 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 ba, saying the shit. Right when Con would bring me up, my fucking head would spin. I'd forget where I was, not making sense. I would say 2 jokes, and then I'd be like, oh my god, I don't know what's coming next. And I had that going for a while, but I still would go home at night and go, fucking, I'm gonna be so fucking good at this. I don't know what it was. Psycho.
It's funny, delusional thinking can sometimes carry you to the, like once you develop some skill, that delusional is like a little guardian. That like keeps you protected while you actually develop talent. But that's how you make it. That's how you make it in kind of everything. Like you're delusional, you know?
Yes.
You installed this?
Even had a few screws left over.
If it's important, it's not worth compromising. That's why with Farmers, you can get quality and savings.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
There is a lot about the job that isn't actually that fun that I have now automated away almost entirely. One of them is Sentry. This is kind of a different type of automation where it's going to go through on whatever schedule, whatever cadence, and it picks off one of the top Sentry issues. So what this type of automation does is it allows us to focus on what is going to make the Codex app great to use and useful and joyful, and all of the things that like bugs and things that fall through the cracks that like aren't quite as fun to figure out, at least for me. That stuff can happen kind of behind the scenes.
Hey guys, it's your favorite Unk here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of Nightcap. That button right here. Come for the sports, stay for the stories. SGA calls his MVP year a failure after Game 7 loss. I failed at my goal. I did not achieve what I wanted to achieve, but I learned the most about myself and make the greatest amount of increase in my career when I fail and I don't get what I want. I look at this no different. I didn't get to where I wanted to go this season. There's a reason for that. Now I have to look for that reason and try to make sure it never happens again. Joe, in the regular season, Shea averaged 31.1 per game on 55% shooting, and he shot 39% from three. During the postseason, in this series, he averaged 26 points a game on 41% shooting on 29% from three. Now, everybody wanted to jump on me last night because they played well that one game, and I said, "Okay, Joe, I'll concede that to you. I want to push back on you a little bit." I said, "Okay, I'll concede that."
Yeah.
I said, "But Joe, there's no way people can think that he played well in this series. He shot 14% less from the field than what he shot in the regular season. He shot 10% less from three than what he shot in the regular season, and he scored 5 fewer points." Under what scenario can you say Shea had a great series? We'll deal with Chet in just a second. We're gonna set him aside just for this because I love the way he looked at his approach, where he says, "Look, my ultimate goal was to win an MVP, win a championship, win another Finals MVP. That's my ultimate goal." Yeah. One of those three things happened. After the other two did not, I can't look at this as a successful season, although some might. Joe, what do you like? What did you think about what he had to say, and what do you think about the series he just had?
I love the fact that he took the accountability and put it on himself. You know, that's what the great ones do, bro. They don't deflect, they don't blame, they point right at themselves. Man, I gotta be better. I should have been better. And the fact that he had high standards. I mean, listen, he back-to-back MVP, just coming off winning a title. Yeah, it's a failure, bro. Because to Shea, he felt like they were the best team. He felt like they really had a chance to do something special, and that was to win back-to-back championships, but they came up short. Give San Antonio credit. But no, he did not have a great series. He did not. I thought San Antonio took the challenge to try and slow him down and hold him below his average, which they did. Give San Antonio credit. They did a great job. But I understand where Shea's coming from. No, he this wasn't up to his standards, bro. And the accountability that he put on himself, I respect it so much, which is why I'm a huge fan of him,
Because when you look at it, Joe, you say, well, Shannon, he only scored 5 points. But look at the percentage that it took him just to get to that.
Right. Yeah.
Think about it. Let that sink in for just a second. He shot 55%, and a lot of his shots are the shots that he was making in this series.
Yeah.
Where you see him making tough 18, 19, 20-footers. He was getting to the... If you think about it in that... Because hold on, wait a minute. You mean to tell me this man shot 14% less from what he normally shoots from the floor, 10% less, and he had 5 points fewer? I can see possibly why they struggle. Because even if Chet played as bad as he did, and I'll just bring Chet just for this, and I'm gonna...
Yeah.
If Shea plays like he plays in the regular season, Joe, I'm still not sure they don't win this series.
Hold on.
Today's industries are evolving fast. Comcast Business keeps you in step, powering over 90% of the Fortune 500 and millions of small businesses, just like hers. No one does business like Comcast Business.
They say higher education is outdated, irrelevant, but at Grand Canyon University, we shatter the status quo. GCU campus students have the opportunity to graduate in less than 4 years and with less federal and private loan debt on average than students at other private nonprofit 4-year universities.
Affordable education should be for all.
This is purpose-driven education. Take action. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
Hold on. But you got to look at San Antonio. They ain't got no shabby guards out there. Meaning, when I say shabby, I'm talking about from Fox to Castle to Basile to Champagny to those dudes. It's no weak link defensively. They all can score, and they all sit in their chair and play defense. Give them credit on what they done to Shea, how they bottled him up, how they made everything tough, how they made his catches tough, how they made all his shots tough. He had to take and make tough shots, bro. And then you got this alien behind him. If I do get by you, hell, I can't even really look at the goal. You know what I mean? I got to become a passer. So I think I'm giving a lot of credit to the Spurs, bro. I'm giving a lot of credit to the Spurs because they are an elite defensive team, and they showed it throughout this series.
But what about MVPs? If MVPs only succeed against marginal or average players, why are they MVP? Considering think about it, how few times there have been back-to-back MVPs. Even fewer times they've been back-to-back MVPs with back-to-back titles. That's what makes them so great. That's why you get a Jordan. That's why you get a LeBron. That's why it ain't that many. You get a Magic Johnson. Think about how many guys have won regular season MVP back-to-back and finals MVP back-to-back. There's a reason. That's not just an arbitrary thing.
Yeah.
You think about it. LeBron was the last to do it. Then you go Jordan, and I think Magic did it in 87 and 88. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me, but I think Magic won 87, 88 because he won his third MVP, if I'm not mistaken, in 90. So when you look at it, Jordan snuck one in there. So Magic might have didn't win back-to-back. He might have not won back-to-back regular season MVPs and finals MVPs. I know LeBron did in 12 and 13, and I know Jordan did. So we got I want to give San Antonio deserve a boatload of credit. But the reason why an MVP is that a lot of times, more times than not, Joe, he's able to rise above that. That's how he gets the award.
Yeah. I think.
Go ahead, Joe. Finish up. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, finish up.
I think with Shea, when you look at him, though, he's not a real big physical opposing guy. I think his talent is really from sure will and hard work, meaning, yes, he takes and make tough shots, but man, OKC ran up into a team, bro, who was just prepared. And it's different in the postseason when I can prepare and study. And I can prepare and study your movements. I know your personnel super well. I understand patterns and how you move and what you do when you come off the pick and roll, what your size up is like in the isolation, what you're trying to get to. Bro, they studied this man. And went out and perfected the game plan against OKC. Like, damn, we know Shea the head of the snake, man. If we can just slow him down a little bit. I ain't saying stop him. Just slow him down a little bit to where, we're able to be effective on him. And I thought they done a hell of a job.
Ocho?
You say he shot 55% during the regular season, huh? You think about the difference. Game to game, week to week, city to city, you're always playing somebody different. There's a certain level of comfort. You're able to study for a game or a team or a player for that specific week. Now we talk about a 7-game series. I think that would be the difference. I would think in understanding on why he didn't shoot as well as he did during the regular season as opposed to the playoffs. Now on top of that, he's playing against some of the best defenders in the game.
Man.
Collectively as a team, not just one individual, not just two individuals. You got 3 of them that he has to deal with, on both ends of the court, offensively and defensively. So I think I kind of agree with Joe in a little bit, and I understand what you're saying as well. Is there are not very many back-to-back MVPs because regardless of the circumstance, regardless of the scenario, they always rise to the occasion. But in this instance, in this series, he just wasn't able to, on how great those three players were, alongside having goddamn Wemby as well.
I just think sometimes when we like players, we give them the benefit of the doubt because of said. Now, Kobe scores 5% less. Scores 5 points less, shoots 14% less, 10% less. Are we still saying, oh, Detroit's a great team? Or are we going to criticize Kobe? Because that's what happened.
We're going to criticize him. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, and listen, if you can't, if OKC, if Shea doesn't have a consistent number 2 in this postseason, fellas, he has to, hope that guys come along for the ride. He don't know who's going to explode from game to game. He just has to be consistent. I think that was the toughest part for him because it's like, damn, I'm gonna have to take a lot of these tough shots, but I gotta hope that somebody comes along with this ride, somebody catches hot, because we need a number 2 or even a third guy to step up and help out with scoring. Right. For the productivity of the offensive side of the ball. And I just thought it was a lot of inconsistency in that aspect. So therefore, if I only know I really got to worry about Shea, Uncle Ojo, and the rest of these guys, I'm gonna live with some of those results. You know what I mean? And I just thought that's what OKC kind of ran into against the Spurs team.
If you look at him, and I don't think he was very pleased with the way he played last year in the finals. He mentioned that. He mentioned that he did not play up to his regular season. The way he played in the regular season. In the regular season last year, he averaged 32.7. So he was down 2 points in the finals versus the regular season. He was down 8 percentage points from the field goal percentage. He was down, what did he shoot from the 3? I think he shot like 36, 37% from the 3. So he was down 13% from that. So are we going to, but see, we overlook what we do is that we overlook those numbers that were substantially down because they won. Now we critique them a little more harshly. We're like, well, damn, when you really think about it, damn. Okay. Look, I think in the regular season, I don't really look at Shea as a 3-point shooter, Joe, do you?
I
think his average is high. It's like in the mid to the high 30s because he's not a volume 3-point shooter, say like a Steph Curry or some of these other guys. He makes. He go 3 or 7, 3 or 8. That's going to keep you at a nice percentage. But you know what I'm saying? And sometimes he might go 2 for 5. But he's not a volume guy. He's not looking to get up 8 to 10 to 12 threes a game. He's not like the Celtics guys or the Cavaliers, some of these guys like that. Look, he's a phenomenal player. And I think the thing is, Joe, what happens is that when you critique a player's performance, people automatically assume you're trying to diminish what he's already done. No, he's a 2-time finals MVP. 2-time regular season MVP. He's done that. He's a finals MVP. He's done that. He's a 4-time first-team All-NBA selection. He's done that. But I think it's in order for us to do our job, nightcap, collectively, we have to look like, well, Joe, when you look at it, man, 26 points on, and just think, if he didn't shoot that 52, 53% yesterday, Joe, he was going to be under 40, which is crazy.
You're right. He's a rhythm guy. More so midi, and once he get his mid-range going and get his driving to the basket going, the lane starts to open up and guys start to sag off, then that's when he'll sidestep you, shoot the 3, step back. He's not, his first couple shots ain't gonna be no 3.
No, he's not looking to get the 3 going.
Ain't gonna shoot.
I don't know if I've seen him, Joe, and I've watched him probably about 5 to 8 times in the regular season, and I watched all their playoff game. I don't know if I've seen him open up with a 3.
Nah, they ain't what he do. He trying to apply pressure early. You know what I mean? He trying to get in the paint. It's almost like a big guy. He want his first shot or first touch kind of
as close to the basket as he can get it.
Yeah. Then we open that up, and then look, they start sagging off. When they least expect it, I sidestep him, and get one off. But for the most part, nah, he gonna make you play him honest. He gonna make you back up first.
And I love the part, Ocho. This what I love is that the game plan they had yesterday, and Shea got it going in that second and third quarter, and they said, hey, if he can take and make enough of those, we just throw our hands up and say we did everything we possibly
live with that.
I don't believe with the amount of pressure that we're applying on him on both ends of the court, because we're going to make his ass guard too. We got to guard his ass. We're going to make his ass guard too. Y'all go at it. Whoever has the ball, do not be afraid to go at Shea.
Absolutely.
And so now,
and that's why
you saw him late in the ball game. You saw that chest going up and down. You saw those hands on those shorts. And now, he realized it, so what did he do? He start pump faking, trying to get guys to jump, lead their feet. Now he leans into him to go to the free throw line.
The ref ain't fall for it.
He got him a couple of times, and I tweeted, I was like, hey, he getting tired. So he gonna pump fake it. He ain't going to his natural shot where he dive and just go straight up with it. That ain't what he was doing. He would dive and then pump, because he felt those legs starting to get a little weary. They did a great job of hounding him. And if you get to 45, making tough 18 to 20 footers, Joe, ain't nothing I can do. Ain't nothing I can do, Joe. I said, bro, look at it. Did you see the shots that man was making? It's like if I blitz the quarterback, Ocho, and I hit him and I hit him and I hit him, and he completes those passes, they say, guys, we sacked him 7 times. You just gotta live. It's kind of like when Joe Burrow had that magical run through the playoffs. The Tennessee Titans sacked him 9 times, but when he needed to put a drive together to get them in field goal range, he made every throw. He looked down the barrel of the gun, and then when they hit him under his chin, they hit him in his chest, he stood there. I ain't nothing I can do, guys. Kansas City sacked him. The Rams, even though he lost, look at the pressure that they applied. Sometimes you just got to say, you know what? I did all I could do. I ain't got nothing. Hey, I fired all my bullets. Hell, I threw the gun, and I just took off running. That's all I had left.
Hey, analytics say that those 18, 19-foot jump shots, those are the worst shots in basketball. That's analytically. That's why they say they either want a 3-pointer or dunk a damn layup.
You're right, Joe.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think speaking of Shea, I thought he got tired, but he also was shooting such a great percentage that he made them jump. You know what I mean? Like, he was making shots last night, so they like, damn, we got to get up on him. So that's why those pump fakes started to come into play, and they started to work. Yeah, I thought Shea done what he could, bro. But does he deserve the criticism? Yeah, because the standards are high for him. You know, when you're an MVP, 2-time MVP, 1-time champion, and you're a back-to-back MVP, man, the standard's gonna be high.
And you think about it too, Uncle Joe. You think about the accolades and the resume and what he's done so far early on in his career, and we hold him to a certain standard based on what we've seen, based on what he's already done. Well, hell, based on when you hear him talk, how many times do you hear a player take necessary accountability and hold themselves to that exact same standard? And he made no excuses.
Yeah.
No excuses. And this goes back to when, I forgot what game it was, they asked him, what can Chet do more of? You remember they asked him that question?
Yeah.
And he didn't really have an answer?
Yeah.
And I think having someone else with Jay Will being out, having Chet come along and being able to take some of that pressure off of him, I think this series would have been, they might not have won, but it would have been a lot different if Chet had showed up a little bit more.
Yeah. They got some decisions, Joe. You know, Case and Wallace is doing an extension.
Yeah.
We had a conversation earlier, and Joe, you looked at me like I had 4 heads and 17 eyes. I said, Joe, what you think about if they were to move on from J-Dub? You like, oh, come on now.
farmers, we know compromises can be compromising.
You installed this?
Yep. Even had a few screws left over.
Is it supposed to sound like that?
Cutting corners can leave you drowning in regret. If it's important, it's not worth compromising. That's why with farmers, you can get quality and savings. A for effort, though. A minus, maybe.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
How are you willing to let Case and Wallace walk? You can't sign, but you got 3 first-round picks. You can only sign 1. You're a small market team, and I understand. Ocho say, "Well, you win and you keep it, boy." But you know them billionaires, they don't like to shell out no 200 million, no 300 million, Joe.
Right. Yeah, I already know it.
Especially if you're hey Joe, how do billionaires feel if you already won one? You already won a championship.
I'll tell you how they feel.
How do they feel at that
The Celtics felt so good about them winning a championship, he sold the damn team. That's how great he felt about it. He said, "Let me go ahead and get off. Let me go ahead and get my." Ocho, you say when you go to the table, you win a little bit, you take your money.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So the Boston Celtics guy said, "Hold on, we just won the championship. I can keep trying to run it back and win more and spend $200-300 million, or I can just go ahead and take my $6.5 billion when I only pay $300-400 $500 $600 million. No, I'm good. I'll let y'all figure that out."
Yeah, he got out while it was hot.
That's the thing. That's the fine line that you got to walk. Because, okay, Joe, I'm winning a championship, but damn, I keep staying in that damn secretary apron. Man, that thing tearing my ass up.
Yeah. Hey, you got to figure out, I think for OKC, because you got to have scoring, bro, in that starting lineup. As much as I love Lou Dort, and as how hard he plays, it's going to be hard, bro, when you don't have people who can relieve pressure off Shea, and you putting so much on his shoulders for him to carry, and you ain't got but 2 offensive threats in your starting lineup. That's hard, because the West is so tough. The NBA game has changed so much that, hell, if you can't score the ball, if you can't shoot the ball, it's hard to play your ass.
It is.
It's hard to play.
Yes. Because
go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, finish your point. They got to figure that part out, because it was so glaring in this series, and obviously we're giving San Antonio, all the
deserving respect,
love and respect
they've earned.
Yes. But man, when you ain't got but 2 guys in your starting lineup who can score the ball, fellas, hey man, you got to reevaluate some things, because guess what? San Antonio gonna be here for another 10, 15 years.
Guys, y'all need to refresh or restart your browser, because everything is good to go on our end. Joe and I and Ocho and I, we can communicate. So I think it's guys on your end. I don't think it's on our end. And the thing is, Joe, it's getting now that it's getting harder and harder. Even if you're a defensive liability, it's getting harder and harder for you to play unless you're so extraordinary offensively.
Yeah.
The thing that made this series is that everybody really could defend.
Yeah.
That was the thing. So just imagine if you can defend and you couldn't defend. I don't know how you play in the series, because everybody, for the most part, especially from the guards, could take you off the bounce. Every guard from OKC could take you off the bounce. Every guard from San Antonio could take you off the bounce.
Yes, sir.
If you couldn't defend, I can't play you. It's really that simple.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, look, fellas, we're looking at the 2 of the best defensive teams in the NBA this year.
Yeah.
San Antonio, OKC. So it didn't surprise me defensively how gritty both of these teams were, how disciplined they were on defense. It was the offensive end that we didn't really know who was, like, even for San Antonio, although Castle was great, Harper was great, Fox was a little inconsistent at times. Champagnie made shots a couple games. Vassell made shots, didn't make shots. But the biggest difference for San Antonio, bro, they got so many guys who can score the basketball. Yes. So, okay, it's cool if 2-3 of our guys ain't making shots. Well, hell, we got one who can put up 43 and 24 points, you know, you catch another 25, 30 from Castle or Harper, it's so much, and they're so young. Such a hell of a series, bro. The Thunder really, because they got so many assets, Uncle Ocho, the Thunder, that they got a great problem that they've ran into. Yeah, they got a great problem, bro.
I still believe they should have started Case and Wallace instead of Dort. They've got to get more. Joe, they're playing 5-on-4 offensively though.
They started Case and Wallace.
Dort, I can't start Dort. I might have to go. I gotta get more production, Joe. I got to.
Yeah, I agree.
Think about what they're going with. They had all 5 of their guys in double figures, and they cooking from the jump. And so if he's not really neutralizing anybody, and he's not giving me anything offensively, Joe, how do I give him those kind of minutes?
Yeah, he's a liability, you know, and that's damn near almost not fair to Dort too, huh?
What you mean?
Because he's never been an offensive weapon. You know, he's always been a liability on offense. He's there because of what he's able to do defensively. Now that comes on the onus of one of your other players who's on a max contract.
Try imagining a place where it's always safe to go. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm.
Hello?
Whoa. Mama Gorgon 85 lives here?
Yep, that's my mom.
The absolute legend who went from gaming on her phone to ruthless online streaming slayer with no mercy for any living thing is your mom?
Hey guys. Apples with peanut butter?
How is this possible?
With AT&T wireless and home internet.
Hey, text me if you need anything.
Level up your connection with AT&T wireless and home internet, now available across the nation.
No, she's so not.
I think
him not showing up now, because he's not showing up, now we talk about Dort being a liability offensively when that's something he's never been.